So, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the today's session of SAS. So, before going forward to the session, I want to introduce myself. I'm Tapashwini Naik. I'm a consultant trainer at Sankhana Consultancy Services with an experience of 3 years in providing training to both students and professionals. So, talking about Sankhana is an IT firm which is providing best analytical solutions to the industries, consulting, and we can tell it as a training part to both students and professionals since 8 years. So, today in this session, we are going to understand about the huge cases of the SAS analytics in the bank sector, or we can tell it as in the finance or the banking sector. How the SAS is providing the best analytical solutions because we are completely known about that. Okay, if a country or if in a globally, if you will talk about across the global worldwide, then financial status and finance is the most crucial thing that has to be maintained, that has to be delivered, and that has to be conducted. So, if we are talking about the finance, then it is helping us a person in a single manner, it's in a group, in a state-wide, in a country-wise, in a worldwide. So, the finance, if I am going to tell you about what is the role of the finance in our lives, in a particular, if you will tell about the in a particular person's life or in a country's life or in every sector, why we are walking, why the industries are evolving so much, by which means they are evolving. So without the financial status, without the financial health, okay, without the financial stability, we are nothing. This is the very bitter truth that we come across in our day-to-day life. So as this finance is causing this much of understanding in our daily basis life in worldwide also in globally, so for that part we have to maintain our financial stability as according to build ourselves, to build our country, to build the global in a better manner, to build a better environment also. So for that part, we use the banks, right? We have the banking facility that has been developed by some person, some researchers, or some industries, which are helping all of us in a very better way. So how this SAS, how our SAS is helping this banking sector in providing the analytical solutions, in providing the visual basics, in providing every everything that we are going to learn here. That we are going to check an overview of all these things that SAS is providing. So before going to talk about in a brief manner, first we will talk about what is our today's agenda? What all things that we are going to discuss over here? So the first and foremost, because some of us we are familiar with SAS, some of us we are very new to SAS. So before going to know about okay how SAS is helping in banks in our banking sector, so we have to first know actually what is SAS, right? So yeah, our first and foremost topic is the overview of SAS. What is its history? What is the definition? What is it is what through SAS? What we are going to do? Okay, what is its applications? Then second one, its key features. In this part, we are going to learn about what are the different kind of elements or what are the different kind of features that is present inside the SAS, which is which is helping us to to create a better insight, which is outputting us for creating a better insight, better graphical representation, or creating a better model. After that, we are going to learn in our third session, that is our SAS and its applications. Then its framework, because it is very important to know that how SAS is working. Although we don't know about that, okay, how SAS is working, then we can't understand that how it is helping in our banks, in different cases. So after that, we will going to learn about the analytical insights that is provided by the SAS. Then the different use cases of SAS in our banking sector. Then last but not the least, it's data discovery and the deployment. It's a very interesting part. It's a very interesting session. It is going to be further. So stay with me, stay with this session so that you can gain whatever I know and I am delivering to you about the complete overview of the SAS and complete overview of this session. Now, coming to the first and foremost thing, that what is SAS? As you know, SAS is nothing but it's previously known as the Statistical Analysis System. So it is a statistical software suite that is developed by the SAS Institute for the Data Management, Advanced Analytics, Multivariate Analytics, Business Intelligence, Criminal Investigation, and Predictive Analytics. Okay, so it has also the work in the visual analytics. We have the SAS via. Okay, in the visual analytics nowadays it is performing a better role. So it is nothing but it is a computer programming language only. The SAS is completely made of the computer programming language that has some pre-written codes, some pre-written libraries as of the other programming languages we have. But what makes SAS the better analytical tool from the others? Okay, we have Tableau, we have Power BI, we have different kind of, we have ClickView, we have different kind of softwares which we are using for the data analytics, right? For the analytical system, for the analytical process. But why in today's era, SAS is getting used by numerous industries? Why it is getting used in a worldwide manner? Okay, so it was developed at the North Carolina State University from 1966 until 1976 when SAS Institute was incorporated. Okay, so if we were going to talk about the history, then in 1996 to analyze the agricultural data. Okay, to analyze the agricultural data, 8 universities, you can't imagine, 8 universities have came together under the NIH, the National Institute of Health, to solve the problem of analyzing the data. Okay, the computer-based statistical system was created. So it was get started to analyze the agricultural data. So I can also say that we can also say that the foundation of the SAS is based on a very, it's based on a very well worked done by the 8 universities. Okay, so it's for the, and it is under the National Institute of the Health to analyze the agricultural data. For that only, this computer-based statistical analytical system was created. Again, in 1976, Anthony Barr, James Goodnight, and John Saul and James Helving founded the SAS Institute. Okay, so if we are going to talk about the foundation of the SAS, so the statistical analysis system, actually this software has been designed for the analytical part, for the analysis of the data. Okay, for the statistical analysis of the data. And if we are talking about the data we all know it is nothing but it is the pieces of, or it is the pieces of the raw information, or we can tell it as it is the piece of information which has a meaningful insight, from which we can draw a meaningful insight. So today, if we will go and talk about the customer of SAS, so SAS has, I think, around 147 countries as its customer and around 14,000 employees worldwide. Okay, so it is a very widely used software nowadays. So obviously the companies are getting benefits. That's why they have been impacted, or they have been affected by the help of the SAS in such a way that they are using the SAS in their company. They're building the trust. Okay, SAS has build up the trust among the companies so that they will use it in a very good manner. So it provides a graphical point and click user interface for the non-technical users also. Okay, and move through the SAS language. If we will talk about the SAS software, so it has the it is providing us the technology, the methodologies that can mine, alter, manage, and retrieve data from a variety of sources and perform the statistical analysis on it. When we are getting the data, what we will do? The first and foremost thing, if you are getting a data, suppose one person has came to you and he just hand over you a thousand of files. Okay, thousand of files. So what you will do first? And he just ask you that, okay, I have some questions regarding these files. Just analyze this file and give me that answer. So you are doing the job. Okay, you are the analyst there. So the first and foremost thing that you have to answer the questions of for that person, right? What you will do with the data then? First, you will go and read all the files, right? Okay, if the questions he is asking, for answering that question, first you have to know what kind of data it is. What in that file, in that thousand of files, what are the data that is present? Okay, what are the data that are present in the site? What that data is trying to tell us? What the data is deriving? What is the domain it is? So this means what is the minimum value there? What is the maximum values there? Okay. So all this, what if I will graphically represent that data, how it will look? Because we don't. Okay, the analyst as an analyst, we know that okay, this part is something. This is the minimum value. This is the maximum value. This is the categorical value. This is the numerical value. Okay, we are creating the frequency. This is the count. So all these things we know. But what do an ordinary person know if we will just sit and trying to make him understand that okay, this is the mean, this is the median, this is the mode. I'm talking about the statistical representation. That's it. Okay, this is the categorical value, this is the numerical value, all this thing. What I will know, what I will learn. So for that, we need a graphical representation, right? We need a graphical representation because all we know that human minds are created in such a way that we learn more from the images rather than the words. The visual impact is creating, it will create a lot of interest in our mind, okay, to learn. And obviously we are learning very easily through the images. So it is the thing. It is providing us the graphical representation also, right? So in SAS, we can retrieve the data, we can manipulate the data, we can analyze the data, and also we can visually represent the data in a very beautiful way. Now, coming to the how SAS is an amazing, powerful data software. So in SAS, we can analyze any kind and any size of data using the latest statistical techniques. Okay, SAS has the latest statistical techniques through which we can go through any kind. Okay, any kind means any format of data. Suppose we have HTML format of data, we have tabular format of data, we have the CSV data, that is comma separated value. Suppose we have the PDF, we have the JSON kind of data, we have the image data. So all this format of data, all this for how many format in we have in our knowledge. Okay, so each and every each and every format of data SAS can read, SAS can analyze, SAS can perform the imputation. And also the size doesn't matter for the SAS software. If you are giving it 100 of records, it will analyze. If you are giving it 10,000 of records, it will also analyze. If you are giving the SAS a million of record also, it will analyze. And SAS software has developed in such a way that it has the latest and modern statistical techniques to do it so. Now, it includes the extra techniques for the small data set. Suppose we have some small data set, we have different techniques. Okay, and it has the high performance statistical modeling tools for the large data tasks. If we are computing the data task with the large data, then it has some high performance statistical modeling tools. And it has also the modern methods for analyzing the data with the missing values. The missing values are the most crucial thing that when we get the data, because an unbalanced data will create a bias. Okay, it will create a complete messiness when we are going to deal with it. So to clean the data, to handle these missing values, to completely handle a unbalanced data and modifying it to a balanced data set. SAS is helping us. With more than 4 decades of experience, okay, developing the advanced statistical analysis software, SAS has established the reputation for delivering the superior and the reliable results. Have you ever imagined? With more than 4 decades of experience, it is providing the advanced statistical analysis software through which it is delivering the superior and the reliable result. And also it is confident that the code that is produced with the SAS is completely documented and verified to meet all the corporate and the governmental compliance requirements. Okay, so now if we are going to we have completely now discussed about the overview of the SAS, right? What it says, what it is doing, okay, how it is performing and all that. Now coming to the SAS and its features. If we will talk about the SAS and its features, then it is completely made of the statistical modules. Okay, the SAS is completely made of the statistical modules. It completely made of the statistical model, different kind of statistical models, advanced analytical part, advanced analytical tool. So, if you are talking about the features of the SAS programming, then first we have the strong analytical abilities. Okay, so the first and foremost feature of the SAS that it has an ability of the strong analysis. Okay, it's like a complete package for the stream of the data analysis. Its analysis accumulates the ranges from the statistics to the advanced level. For instance, suppose it plots a graph from the provided data, right? It plots a graph, a bar graph from the provided data to compute a correlation between complex SAS data sets. Or we can take it as other data set also, in other format data set also, it can compute. The best part, if I will talk about the SAS is inbuilt libraries. Okay, so these libraries are nothing but these are the collections of all the necessary packages, of all the necessary data sets that are already pre-implement, already pre-compiled, or we can tell it as it is the inbuilt data set that is already present in the SAS. And these all libraries and these all packages are the necessary part which is required for analyzing and reporting the data. So if we will come now to the second feature, so it is a flexible fourth generation programming language. The most important feature of the SAS that it is a 4GL programming language. Its syntax is very easy to learn. It has the code. The SAS code is like the statements. Okay, we just have two steps in our in the SAS. One is the data step and the proc steps, and whatever steps and whatever line the code we are writing it. Okay, we are writing inside the SAS. We all call it as a like it is like just like a statement that we are giving to the SAS to execute. And this statement act as a clear and concise instructions to the system. Okay, so uh, this statement that we are providing to the SAS, it's just like that we are giving some statement of instructions to the SAS, and SAS will take it as the what instruction, and it will work on it. It has the reduced coding for the common applications with its inbuilt libraries. It provides the we can tell it as it provides the opportunity to modularize our job, and you can't believe it is very user friendly for the non-programming users as well. Suppose you are going to learn the SAS. Suppose you are going to learn the SAS for the first time. So in none of any programming language, we have provided the inbuilt data sets, okay, for our practice purpose, to know, okay, to know what things we are going what things we are learning and all that. But in SAS it is completely provided all the data sets for our practice. Suppose a student is learning the SAS for the first time, so SAS is designed in such a way that we have the data set, we have the inbuilt data sets present in the SAS that helps in for the to know the SAS data, to know the codes, okay, how we are running the codes, how we are just how we are making the output and all that. Okay, so it has also the DS2, we can tell it as it can work with the a number of databases also, which helps in the data manipulation. Okay, complex data which are present. Suppose we have some complex data, then it can be manipulated at its location in the database. So it is a completely interactive language. Its log window is like a mirror. Okay, we have the log window in the SAS, which is like a completely if you are generating some error. Suppose what happens sometime we are writing some codes. Okay, we are also humans and we also make the mistakes, right? So from the errors we can learn. So SAS is developed in such a way that it has a log window in which whatever code you are writing, whatever code it is executing, it is going to, you are able to see it. Okay, you are able to see the complete execution and also what are the observations it is returning. Suppose you are getting some error, then what are the errors you are getting? Okay, with its solution also, it will give you the hint. It will give you the hint, and you can easily modify your code based on that hint. Okay, so it provides the notes and also it marks the errors, right? So now it has the SAS Studio, the most amazing feature that is present in the SAS, and it is complete unique among all the SAS features. So it is the SAS Studio. We have three kind of windowing environment. We have three Windows interface of the SAS. Okay, one is the SAS Studio. Second one is our editor window, or we can the SAS windowing environment, and third one is our SAS Enterprise Guide. So among these three, the SAS Studio is very unique. It is very easily accessible from any device with any web browser. Okay, so there is no, we can tell it as the client installation required, okay, no authorization required, and all the libraries and the data files of the SAS program can be accessed through the any web browser. Okay, suppose you are opening the SAS Studio from your Chrome, from your internet browser, from Firefox, from Mozilla, any web browser you can open it. Okay, and also it doesn't need any client installation for that. You don't need to install any software for that. You can directly go to any web browser, just search for this and give your accessibility, and your work is done. And after that, you can easily, in this as studio, all the libraries and data files are also present. Okay, so that you can use this data files, you can use these libraries for your use. Okay, you can use this for your practice purpose, and it is very instructive in nature. We can tell it as the autocomplete feature prompts various procedures as soon as one starts typing. Okay, so the pop-up syntax we have in the SAS, the parameter list also we have. Suppose we are going to, suppose we are writing, suppose some condition. Okay, we are using some operators. Okay, so and we just forget. So SAS has that autocomplete nature and also the pop-up syntax and the parameter list. It is just going to give you the dialog box. Okay, the list of the parameters. When you are going to just write it, you just write the that word. After that, which statement you will use or which keyword you will use. Okay, so it will just go and give you the list of that. If somehow you are forgetting something, then SAS is there to help you. Okay, it also helps you to add and create the individual code snippets and add it to the snippet library. You can easily add, and also you can create your individual code, and also you can add it to the snippet library. We can point and click the interface. It guides us through the analysis process at the various levels. And also we have the SAS help documentation, in which the complete documentation of the SAS is provided with the complete coding, its syntax and all that, with its documented string, how we are using, what is the use, what are the benefits, in which case we can use the complete description. Okay, is provided with the SAS in the SAS self documentation, and it is completely user friendly. You can go and you can learn over from there. Suppose some codes are not getting it into your mind, you can just go through it, you can learn from there also. Okay, now after that we have the support for various types of data format. As we have previously discussed this, the SAS language has the ability to read the data from any kind of file, from any format, and even from the files with the missing data also. And if you will not know this thing, the SAS provides the support for SQL also. Okay, it has a huge database of character encoding, and there is a full support for most widely used languages. Okay, it also maintains the core singularity so that the SAS works with data in multiple language. Okay, we can use the SAS, or SAS can work with the multiple languages. Now coming to the management part, it has the very good management, and it is one of the most important features of the SAS. So the SAS environment manager alerts, monitors, and manages the analytics environment. We can tell it as the, if we will know about the extended GUI, okay, the Java Graphical User Interface administers, okay, the extended GUI, the SAS task in management, in the SAS management console we have. Okay, so it is very, how we can tell it as it is a user friendly. SAS is completely user friendly because it has the graphical user interface. Okay, It provides the graphical user interface. We can completely execute a failed program in the restart mode. Suppose a program has got failed, it throws an error. Doesn't matter. We can just go and restart the code. Okay, we can just go and restart the code in SAS. Also, it resumes from the same state where the program failed. The XML engine that we have in the that it has a variety of functions like the import and export of the XML documents and creating the XML maps. Okay, the application response measurement interface looks into the diverse application and checks for the availability of the transactions. So this is nothing but this is the better management system of the SAS. Now coming to the data encryption algorithms. So make sure that the SAS security maintains the immaterial of how we grant the access. And if we are talking about the SAS security and all, then it is highly secure. Okay, it has the most highly security. And if you are trusting the SAS, if because the companies, okay, in a MNCs or some industries like so when the databases they are importing into the SAS, okay, suppose when they are giving their data, when they are importing their data sets into the SAS, so obviously that data should be secure, right? Because some confidential information will be there. Okay, in every company there are the data that stores the confidential informations. So if they will not trust the software, why they will use? So for building that trust, SAS has the most advanced security maintenance, okay, security system. The SAS or secure is a security feature in SAS 9.4 we can take. And also we can also encrypt the SAS data on disk through various algorithms. Okay, so after that we have the report output format. So SAS has the ability to display the analytical results and the number of reporting choices. Okay, so it's a high quality graphics that is present in the base SAS. Okay, that base SAS is nothing but it is a base SAS 9.4. And what are the if we will talk about the high quality graphics that is present, that is ODS statistical graphics. That is ODS is nothing but it is the output delivery system. Okay, so it has the ODS statistical graphics. It has the ODS graphics designer, and also it has the editor. Suppose we are creating some summary statistics of a data set and we just want the report. We just want it to graphically represent it. Then we can easily do that. Okay. We can also save it. We can create the reports in a standard format like we have the RTF format. Okay, we can output it in a PowerPoint format and also in the PDF format. Okay, we can also save them as ebook and iBook. It gives the it will give us the luxury of the visual analytics, we can say. So we can customize the output according to the hierarchy of the needs of the customers. Whatever the customer is wanting, in which design, in which format. Okay. So SAS is able to provide them that much satisfactory reports or that much satisfactory outcomes that they need. And also the output can be ported to various places. Okay, so isn't it amazing the features of the SAS? And with all these features, now it is something like, okay, we are getting to know that if if a software has this many kind of features, this many kind of strong features in it, then why it will not get used by the industries over worldwide? Correct? So now coming to its, if I will tell you. Also, we have some other features. It has the three Windows interfaces, as I have told you, for performing any kind of statistical analysis. It delivers the latest statistical methods. Okay, it provides the cross platform support and scalability also. Okay, so we can access it in a remote server also. So it provides a wide range of robust statistical methods to both we can tell it as a specialized, and we can tell it as the statistical needs. It has proven to have the high performance model selection. So it has proven to have the high performance model selection for the massive data. It has developed many industrial features in visualization, in business analytics, in visual analytics, in data science also, in big data analysis also. And you will never imagine that today most of the data science, most of the data scientists, the big data analytics, the data engineers are using the SAS for their analytical purposes. Okay, so many companies using SAS nowadays to make their computation, analysis, and the visualization of the data much easier. So now, if we are coming to the next part, that is SAS and its applications. What are the applications of the SAS? So just tell me one thing. Suppose the one professional is willing to learn the SAS, or some student is willing to learn the SAS. So if the student decides that the business field is a major domain for the future, okay, or the banking sector, or the finance, or the education sector, okay, so complete all the sectors that come under the business, right? Whatever sector, whatever domains we are dealing with, whether it is a healthcare, whether it is the education sector, whether it is a what means agriculture sector, or different sectors we have, whether it is automobile or mechanical sector or something. So all these things that comes under the business. So if a person decide that the business field is a major domain for the future, then obviously the SAS will help to achieve their goals with its strong features. So it is a comfortable language. It is a comfortable programming language that anyone can easily pick it up. Also, it helps the market. It helps to make a market leader, right? Because it provides a new generation of the business intelligence in the business analytics. Okay, if we will go and explore, it is providing a new generation of the business intelligence. And this is the year 2023, right? So from 2023, if we will go and see the future of the by being 2025 or 2026, we don't know that which in which a large amount of data the worldwide is going to generate. It's around 463 or 483 terabytes of data. Okay, that is what the complete worldwide is going to generate. So what we are doing with the data, what we will do with that data, if the data is increasing, then obviously the demand of the analysis is also increased. And if the demand of the analysis is increasing, then they will hire, or they will hire the analyst, right? And if the analyst is getting hired, then obviously he have to do the analysis with some software, right? So directly or indirectly, the every business field or every industries is depending upon us a analytical tool or analytical software, right? And if this is happening, then as we have discussed, stats is now emerging, means within the 4 decades. Okay, since 4 decades, it is emerging as a powerful tool It is providing around many better insights to many industries organizations. So we don't know that, okay, by 2025 or 2026, the SAS is like, it will be in the very topmost level. Okay, so it is a fourth generation language. It has the GUI, okay, which is an easy way to access the multiple applications, right? So now if we will talk about the SAS and its applications, so generally we know that SAS is used for the statistical analysis and the decision making. So here I'm going to tell you, I'm going to introduce you some major applications of the SAS. Okay, as you can see here, we have the first and foremost application, that is the multivariate analysis. Then we have the business intelligence. Then we have the predictive analytics. Then we have the creating safe drug and the clinical research and the forecasting. Now, can we just go and discuss one by one? What is the multivariate analysis? Okay, so it is the analysis, we can tell it as of various statistical variables of an outcome at the same time. Okay, means suppose we are analyzing a different kind of statistical variables and we want the outcome at the same time, and you can't imagine at one point of time we don't know that, okay, with how many means with in a which count we are using the statistical variables. What is the count? We don't know about that. Okay, it may be 10, it may be 10,000, it may be 1 lakh, it may be 1 million, it may be 10 million. Okay, suppose the we can take the example. You can take the example. You will be get the better understanding. Like the analysis of the stock market. Okay, the analysis of the stock, we can tell it in a hypermarket, right? So it is a very huge deal. Now coming to the business intelligence. So in this application, it makes the study of the entire enterprise business. Okay, it makes the decisions for the future growth through the data analysis, mining, etc. Suppose a company is now, suppose the net worth of a company is having 200 crore annually. Okay, it has some amazing brands. Okay, but since 8 years, there is no means that much of growth, no that much of development or new innovations. Okay, they are just not trying to. They just don't. They're not trying to take the risk to develop some new brands or to develop some new features in that particular brand. Getting it? So how means how a company will grow if there will be no innovations, if there will be no developments, if there will be no different kind of modern techniques or methods, how a company will grow. So in business, always whoever will be the businessman, whoever will be the leader, they will always come up with the new ideas. Their mind, they always in a search of new innovations, new ideas, which will take the company to a very high level, which will increase their company's growth and development in the future. So how they will do this? Suppose they are earning, suppose the net worth is 200 crore, okay, annually, and based on how they're getting this net worth of 200 crore, so they have some different brands, as I have told you. So from that, they have different incomes and all that. Okay, their profits, whatever they are selling and all, whatever they are spending in their manufacturing, in the raw materials. So all these things are nothing but these are the datas, right? Suppose since 8 years they are continuing with the they get stuck with the same income, right? Same income. So from the past 8 years, if they will analyze their data, if they will analyze their data of the past 8 years and they will do some changes. Okay, they will do some changes according to get a particular value. If they will do some changes according to that, then obviously in the present, if they are doing the changes, so according to that, they can predict the future, right? So in this case, the analysis of data always matters. It is very important. So it has the and all these things when we are doing the analysis, the complete analysis is based on the statistics. Okay, we all learn the statistics in our school time also, in our college time also. So we know a little bit about it, right? Till now, I don't think that we have forget all the things that we have learned. So the statistical methods are very important to analyze, and it will analyze your past, it will give you the present, and it will predict your future. Okay, so for the business intelligence, it is helping, and also it has the predictive analytics. So it is a prediction method to improve your business. As now I have told you that the future prediction. Okay, so sometimes the business outcome is constant over a couple of years. So the predictive analysis helps to improve the business. Now, after that, we have a creating the safe drug and the clinical research and forecasting. It is the most important application of the SAS. Okay, the diagnosis, because SAS has a huge demand on the healthcare sector. It has a very huge demand on the healthcare sector. So the diagnosis in healthcare sector, what we are doing, what the doctors are doing, what is the kind of data that we face in the healthcare sector. Okay, just imagine. So we can tell about the forecasting, we can tell about the prescribing the medicines. So these are the we can tell about the the reports. Okay, that the reports, the CT scan reports. Okay, the image that has come from the ultrasounds. Okay, so these many things, the diagnosis part. So these are very important in the medical field, right? So here, SAS plays a vital role in this field, and it supports the clinical research support system. Okay, so how it is helping, how it is supporting, it helps in monitoring whether a patient is at some risk. It helps the doctor to find out, okay, what improvement, what is the improvement of the condition of a patient in detail. If the patient is well diagnosed with the liver cirrhosis, okay, whether the patient is well diagnosed or not. Okay, so the liver cirrhosis, it is one of the major disease. So we have to monitor every detail of the patient at every time, right? So first we have to take some major results, and we have to make some analysis with this software, and it helps us to find out the condition of patient of each day. So sometimes if the patient needs the liver transplantation or not, through the analysis of the patient details, we can find out, and it helps the doctor prescribing the medicines. Sometimes it also helps in the forecasting of the diseases. Okay, suppose take an example in the recent COVID. Okay, so when the COVID has countered the country, okay, the COVID has countered us. So many of the people died, right? Many of the people, some of the people have survived. Some of the people are in the very critical conditions. Like, so when this COVID counter, we all know that the whole country is completely helpless. The researchers were helpless. The doctors were helpless. That we don't have any medicine, any drugs to completely cure this COVID symptoms, right? Yes or no? So after so many research, they have created some drugs, but also they failed. Okay, so this kind of research, this kind of research of the drugs, when some researchers, when the medical scientists or the medical researchers are inventing some new drugs, okay, or some new medicines for any new disease or for any previous disease also, they're trying to do some improvement in the chemical compositions of the medicines. Okay, so at that time they have to analyze, right? Because all these chemical compositions that are nothing but these are the data. These are also means how many, suppose I will take an example of, suppose we have some of the chemicals. Okay, so from which from which chemical I have to take how many portion. Okay, from which chemical I have to take how many portion, and I have to and that part will affect how much, okay, to that, but to upon that particular disease. Okay, so these many things, these are the things in which SAS will help you. SAS is helping actually. Okay, and for this reason, for the diagnosis, for the treatments, for the for the future invention of the drugs and all, so we have also, SAS is providing the clinical SAS facility for the both students and the professionals. Okay, we have the in SAS, if you will going to learn, we have the base SAS, okay, in which we have two portions, the programming one and the programming two essentials. Then we have the macros and the SQL, okay, because SQL is the most popular database. So how SAS is enhancing the SQL, how we are using the SQL in our SAS, it is going to give you that much of knowledge. We have the macros variable, and after that we have the clinical SAS. In that clinical SAS, we are going to learn about all these methods. Okay, and this is helping the researchers, this is helping the biomedical students a lot. After all, we all know that our health is our wealth, right? So if we are not completely healthy, as we are a human, as it is as we are a human body, so we always come up with different kind of diseases. Means we can tell it as a very few fraction of disturbance in our body can cause anything, right? So for that we have to take some different kind of measures. For that we have, the researchers have invented so many kind of medicines. The doctors are there, they are evaluating us and all these things. So after this we have the, we already knew in this session that what is the overview of SAS, then what are the key features, okay, what are the applications of the SAS. So, and also we know about how, means now the SAS is emerging as a powerful tool, how the SAS is the most important thing is that it is getting used in the healthcare sector in a wide range manner. Okay, so our topic is like, we know about the healthcare sector, right? So how it is used in the finance sector, how it is used in the finance sector, that we will know. Okay, so before that we have another thing, that is a SAS framework. Okay, how SAS is doing its work, how we are using the SAS, how the complete SAS is working. Okay, so in the SAS feature, in the SAS programming, sorry, in the SAS framework, in the SAS programming process, we have around 5 steps. Okay, in this 5 steps, SAS is completely working. Whether it is in a business sector, whether it is in a healthcare sector, or whether you are analyzing it, whether you are graphically representing the data, whatever may be. Okay. So what is the 5 steps that we have? Here we have the 5 steps. That is, first one, when we are getting the data, the first and foremost thing is that we have to access that data. Suppose we are getting a raw data from any database of any kind of format. So at that time, first and foremost thing that we are doing, that is we are accessing our data. After that, the second step we have, that is the exploration of the data, or we are exploring our data. Okay. The third step is we are preparing the data because we don't know that whether our data is balanced or unbalanced. Okay, so we have to prepare our data in such a way that it will give us some meaningful insights. After that, we are going to analyze and we will create some report and data. Whatever we have done to the data, whatever analyzations we have made, okay, whatever we can tell it as whatever the summary statistics we have or whatever the different insights we have drawn by analyzing the data, by preparing the data. Okay, so after that, we are going to create a report on it. And whatever report that we have created, then after that we will export it, right? At the last stage, we are exporting the results. So it is the complete SAS framework, it is the complete SAS programming process that we will use when we are using the SAS. So this 5 process, all of the data, all of the data processes, all of the analyzation processes is completed. Okay, so before going to the next part, that is how it is providing the analytical insights and how it is going to and how it is getting better used in the banking sector, how it is helping the banking sector in predicting the defaulters, okay, in predicting the fraudsters, fraudulent activities, in creating some different kind of that is we can call it as the applications, okay, because whenever we are creating some A applications or something, before that we have to analyze something. Okay, we have to analyze that. Okay, whatever, if we are inserting some data, then what kind of results it is giving us. Okay, so based on that, then after we are creating some models and we are creating some applications. And also in banking sector, these many things are happening. Okay, so this is all about today's session because we have 2 days of session. Okay, tomorrow also we have the session in the same topic. Okay, we have in the same topic, and tomorrow we are going to discuss the main part, that is how the SAS is getting used. What are the use cases of the SAS in the banking sector? So from the today's session, you can gain the complete overview of SAS. Okay, I have completely explained the complete overview of SAS with its features, with its applications, with its framework also. So now in tomorrow's session, it will be kind of very interesting because something if you will know some, because when we are going to write a sentence, okay, when we are writing a sentence, if we are not uh, aware of the ABCD, the letters, then suppose if a person is also writing that sentence for us, I don't think we are able to read it because we don't know about the letters. So how we are going to learn the sentence, how we are going to read the sentence? So that's why it is very important to know what is SAS. Okay, what are the all the necessary things that SAS includes. After that only we can easily understand about how it is working with the banking sectors. Okay, so yeah, this is all about today's session. Stay tuned with myself so that we can learn the rest of the part, the rest of the thing in tomorrow's session. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you, everyone. If anybody have any doubt, you can ask me.